Hello, everyone. I'm really pleased to be back. With Materials Mondays. I am a little bit late today. I apologize for that, but I'm still getting my channels sorted out. These live things are always a bit of a confusion for me. But I'm here and I'm here to stay. So every Monday we'll be back talking about the things I love the most, which is finding and sourcing materials, furniture. But we will be talking about art pieces, artists, and we will also have the opportunity to sometimes interview them. But as I wrote to you today on the newsletter and also last week, what I really am keen to do is to share with you what I found in this week of Salone. Now, there's been a lot going on. And if you are here, I would be delighted for you to just drop in the chat where you are coming from. Tell us what's going on in your world as well. And if you when you have a chance to look around and find interesting things, it would be nice to be able to share them on our community. So without further ado, I will pop in and tell you about my experience in the salone. So we know that it is, and there have been discussions around this because we know that it is a really, hi Rebecca, really pleased to see you with us as well, from lovely Nashville. Wow, that's long way away from here. So I will tell you what's been going on in Milan. So as I said, Milan has been an intensive week. I mean, loads of people, and I mean loads of people walking around the streets and in the salone. So a lot of installations and a lot of talk about sustainability. So there were many talks. Obviously, you can't go to everything, but I went to a few. And in particularly ones where there was the aeroluce, the lighting. There was a lot of talk about the importance of lighting. We all know how important lighting is in biophilic design, but also simply if we are looking to create a space of wellness, of a place where we are really feeling good. Light is probably one of the most important elements. Having said that, however, when you visit a trade fair which speaks about lighting, astonishingly, you are mostly in the dark because you walk into this great big pavilion and everyone is showing their lampshades. So obviously it's a dark setting, but it seems a bit of a contradiction in terms, okay, we would have a dark setting to showcase the lamps, but at the same time, I think there was something which was not quite connecting between showcasing a lamp and making people feel good at the same time. So not everyone was really stuck into using light in an evolved kind of a way. But Vibia, like Foss, which if you had a chance to look at the summit, we interviewed Xander Kadish from Foss, which is very much about biophilic design and creating spaces, as I said, which make you feel good. So if you are in lighting, it doesn't mean that you've got to sell at all costs, but you've got to sell the good products without wastage. And that means also, and this both Vibia and Foss do, they create products whereby the fitting in itself can change, the lead in itself can change. So you're not obliged to throw everything out. Now, I want to share with you my screen so that we can have a look maybe at Vibia and some of the products I saw there and why I found them interesting. Okay, so I am going to go back and share my screen with you. Share the screen, start screen sharing. And this is what I'm going to be watching. Okay, so this is Vibia, the lighting solutions. Okay, so this is where we are. And I want to show you in particular the one which I like the best and why I liked it the best. And this is it. Here it goes. It's the knit. Now, just a couple of things. Vibia is not just, because that was the difference in the salone. There were a lot of companies who simply created a range of products that could be made out of either recycled materials, or they stressed that there was wood in it, that it was sustainable, but in fact there was quite a lot of plastic and not always recyclable plastic. But everything else in their company was not, I would say, sustainable in itself. I mean, they are making an effort, but there wasn't a profound commitment. On the other hand, Vibia is profoundly committed. And I have known this company for several years now. It's a Spanish company, and I like it very much because their whole philosophy is behind it. So you see, this is the, I hope you can see it. Can you see it? Now I've got to go back to you. Can you see it? I hope so. So if you can see it, you will notice that it looks as if it's knitted. That's the name, called knitted. Okay. And it is really very beautiful. So if we look down here, what is nice about it is, for example, as with the lady there shows, you can really define the height of where you're going to put it. Now, this is very, very important also in the evening, not to have bright light on top of you, but to have suffused light around you. And another contribution to make it suffused is, in fact, see, this knit here, it's made out of textiles. Okay, so it's kind of diffuses the light around it. It can be here. Oh dear. Oh dear, 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 dear. Okay. And these were the ones, you see, it is really very, very warm as a site. As I said, this is the one which struck me the most because I know the company thoroughly, and the company is absolutely uses recycled material, has a concept of designing light to create a space of wellness. So it's not designing light too bright to keep us awake. Now, the next one, which I would like to go and show you, which I wrote about in my recent post, is the House of Livia. The House of Livia is an Italian textile company, okay, made where they do natural materials. This also, again, is a company, and they do textiles materials, which is mainly plates, cushions, and we're speaking about wool, we're speaking about linen, we're speaking about cotton, but we're also speaking about a philosophy of the company, which also is respectful of the people and of the planet. So although they are based in a textile district, which is near PART2, near Flo. Can you see me? Oh, maybe you can't. Have you been seeing my... Oh dear. Yes, I think I'm going to have to do something about this, Rebecca. Let me just double check what I can do. I was convinced that I was in fact showing you. Let's have a look what we can do here. I want it here. And this has got to be full screen. Okay, so this is not the screen which I interrompi condivisione. Okay, and now we are going to go back and go on to the one I want to show you, which is this beautiful. Okay, and here is where I'm going to do the condivisione. Okay, let's have a look. Share the screen. Share the screen. Is that better? Let's have a look. That's a bit better. It's difficult because it does cut it off a bit. So I hope you can see it a bit better now, Rebecca. Oh, that's good. That's good. Well done. I'll try and put in the chat. Actually, House of Lyria, I'll put it in so that you can have a look at it with me. Where is House of Lyria? Here it is. Okay. Go back here. It gets a bit complicated because otherwise I would have had to download everything onto a presentation, and I don't want to do a presentation. It's going to be a bit more relaxed kind of thing. So this is the House of Lyria, and Vibia is this one, which we just spoke about. So you can check them out. And these, as I say, are not just products which are highly sustainable and highly biophilic, but it is the philosophy of the company. And this I insist on quite a lot because when you create a relationship with a supplier and you find products which you like, you want to keep them through time and you want to know that they are really aligned with the way you think. Because if you explain to them, when you explain to them what you want to do, and they feel you are on the same page, they will go that extra mile for you because you are speaking about the same philosophy. That's why I often say it's better to take a bit more time and find the suppliers who are aligned with you, because otherwise they will just be selling you one product which may seem sustainable today, and tomorrow they're going to go back and try and sell you a product which you don't feel aligned with. Whilst on the other hand, when you find a company which follows your same kind of philosophy, you will create a relationship and they will go out of their way for you. So let's have a look at Livia. As I said, they don't do, there are others who do this, but they, oh, so sorry, this is in Italian. I'll put it in English in case you're looking through it. So they have this capsule collection, which is, I find very nice because it's really raw. Okay, so here I didn't put any photos of these on the blog post because it doesn't see much. But you can see already from the photos the quality. I wanted to go back and just say that they come from a district which is near Florence, which is a very important textile district. But however, there are some problems in this district. And the problems of this district is with inclusion, with the workforce, which is there's a lot of workforce which is a bit on the borderline of, I don't say that they are slaves, because obviously we are in Italy, but I don't think all the companies there are sustainable in terms of the planet, and certainly not of the people. So there are a few here which make beautiful, and I mean beautiful textiles. This is one. What they don't do is they don't do home textiles as in sheets. That's another thing. This one is, as you can see, they are very rough, but they are very, very beautiful. So have a look at this. And always in the same area, I would like to highlight to you, if you want to have a look at it, she's called Tommasi Loom Works. Tommasi, here it is. Let's see if you can see it on the. Can you see it? Yes. Okay, I'll write it to you here. It's called Tommasi. Okay, so this, and she does in fact go all over. So that she does deliver all over the world. But I'll take this down, and then I will get the other one, and I will share it. Okay, so this is, she does hand woven products, always in Tuscany, okay, because Tuscany does have, although it is not one of the main districts for, what you call it, for textiles, because there are several districts. Because there's the silk district, which is near Lago Como, which I know a lot of people know about. But here they have a lot of hand-woven companies. So although she does a lot of clothing, if you want to have a look at it, so she has stalls, etc., etc. She does also do, if you want to write, if there's something which you are interested and you would be interested in writing to her about it, she does prepare like lampshades and things which are very, very particular in terms of weaving. And she does her own weaving. So it's really quite interesting. If you go and visit the shop, obviously you can't, but if you do go and visit the shop, or if you have a look up on YouTube, you'll notice that they weave all the textiles themselves. And from that, they do a lot of shawls. They do, because they're quite expensive. So obviously, so they do a lot of shawls, but she does a lot of also of lampshades, okay, and other pieces of unique pieces, okay, which can go in the home, and these really can be the signature pieces. Now, what else did I want to show you? So this is an extra little thing here. So have a look at it. And if there is something which you feel is which you would like to talk about with her, or if, for example, you like a textile, the colors, etc., etc., either you can reach out to me and I can help you get into contact with her and see what we can do, or you can write to her directly. I'm not sure how good her English is, though, but you can have a try. So the other thing I wrote about, and this is les eaux primordiales. Can you see it? No, so we're going to have to take this down again. And then I'm going to go to the eaux primordiales. And I am going to show you the products. Now, I think I gave you a link. I wrote about it and I gave you a link because this is in fact talking about our olfactic senses. Now, I was particularly set back by this because it was a beautiful installation, and the smell that they prepared, the perfume that they prepared, which is also for the house, was so strong in terms of you really felt like you were walking into the woods. So this company has a domain in France, okay? And this domain is where they get their sensations from, their smell from, okay? I believe they have also some, or maybe you can ask them for a sample box if you like. Often they do have them. And they have developed candles, okay? And these candles are incredible. I mean, they do everything there, so there's nothing chemical about it. So they have a domain. The domain is, these French castles used to have all these fantastic domains. Well, it's the same here. Now, let me see if I can share you the domain of les Hommes Primordiales, produits. And à propos. So, yes. So here it is. Let's have a look at this little French castle. It's always nice to have a look at the French castle. Okay, so this is just to give you an idea that this is the French castle. I don't know why they cut me off, but there you go. And so if this is the castle, you can imagine what their woods are like behind it. So it's north of Paris, where the French nobility used to go and retire for the summer. And in this great vast wood, they have cultivated different types of plants from which they get their perfumes. So as opposed to the noses, as they call them, of the south of France, where they get all the flowers from, this is really working on the wooden sensation. And in biophilic design, or as a case of well-being in general, our olfactic sense can make it or break it, because you can have the most fantastic room, the most beautifully designed room, but if it does not sell properly, it's not going to work. Let's see if we can have a look at where they produce it here. Okay, so there's a lot of talk which I'm not going to go through. And then, of course, there is also, so have a look at this. They have started producing also candles, and I think that is something to look at. Now, the last one which I want to talk to you about, because this is what I wrote also in the, oh no, I didn't write about this one. So this is Zanat. They make beautiful, beautiful furniture, all certified and highly, highly well designed. Okay, so we can see this one. We had some very beautiful engravings. Okay, and there was an installation of, there is a lot. So this one is designed by Michele De Lucchi last year. And they are all hand engraved, and these come from Serbia. Okay, so they don't cost excessively, but you've got to take them over, obviously. But you can also, and they are obviously hand produced. Oh dear, sorry about that. Again, I made a mistake. So I'm going to go back and put you on this so that I can share it. Cooler. So these are all certified woods, handcrafted, beautifully handcrafted, and they come in fact from Serbia, as I was saying. So I wanted to highlight this for you as well, because there are many designs who really recollect the woods. So I'm going to have to cut it for today because there's so much more. I will share you the links. Yes, Rebecca. I will send them to you. Okay, so I will send them to you through the community, and I will send you the links of all the things which we talked about today. And yeah, if there's anything else you would like to add, okay, is there anything else you would like to add? Any questions you would like to ask me? I just made a quick selection here because, as I said, I just wanted to go over what I had already written about. I think I will make a better selection, even more for next week. There were some ceramics, which were very interesting. Definitely a couple more companies, which I think ought to be followed, because these are companies which are really stepping up the game. Okay. Some ceramics, which speak about fractals, some other companies. Okay, great. Well, Rebecca, I'm going to post everything, all the links on the community. I hope you have a great evening and see you soon. Bye.